مرحبا، صباح الخير، كيف حالكم؟ أتمنى أن تكونوا بخير. تعالوا نبدأ درس اليوم. Today is a very special day in UAE. اليوم هو Today is the flag day. ممتاز بالعربي. It's يوم العلم. اليوم هو يوم العلم. يوم العلم في الإمارات هو يوم 3 من نوفمبر 3rd of November. We are still working on our big vault is to write a recount about our personal experiences in the past. And in the last 2 lessons we have done do it and use it. Today it's time for own it. We are going to write different introductions for different kind of recounts. Let's start. تعالوا نراجع ماذا تعلمنا الحصة السابقة. Let's recap what we have learned last lesson. تعلمنا we learned في السرد in the recount يوجد عنوان title ثم المقدمة. ما معنى مقدمة؟ The introduction. How to write a complete introduction. If you find an answer for these 6 questions, it means that you wrote a complete introduction. What are these 6 questions? متى, when, ماذا, what, مع من, with whom, أين, where, كيف, how, لماذا, why. We have an example here. مثال. تعالوا نقرأ. العام الماضي سافرت إلى إنجلترا مع عائلتي بالطائرة لأشاهد قصر باكنغهام. Let's translate it together. العام الماضي last year سافرت I traveled. There is no أنا here, but when we found the verb end in to, it means that it refers to the pronoun أنا. إلى إنجلترا to England مع عائلتي with my family بالطائرة by aeroplane. But where is the preposition by? Here it is. This little ba means by. بالطائرة. لأشاهد to watch or to see قصر باكنغهام Palace. قصر means palace. Let's find the answer for these 6 questions to figure out is it a completed an introduction or not. We have an answer for the question متى, which is العام الماضي last year. ماذا, what did you do? سافرت, that's the main event. أين سافرت؟ إلى إنجلترا. مع من سافرت؟ Where did I travel with? Whom did I travel with? مع عائلتي with my family. كيف سافرت? How did I travel? بالطائرة by aeroplane. ولماذا سافرت؟ لأشاهد قصر باكنغهام to see Buckingham Palace. So as you see here, you find the answer for these 6 questions. It means that you have a great introduction. When we are writing our introduction, المقدمة, and we are answering the question لماذا, which means why, we need to give a reason. And to give a reason, we need to use the preposition لي followed by the verb. But I want you to be very careful because this is very tricky. We are writing a recount in the past. But when we are using the preposition لي, which means to, it should be followed by the verb in which tense? In the present tense. So as you are saying in English to do something, in Arabic we do the same. We're saying the preposition لي followed by the verb in the present tense. Let's have an example to make it more clear. To say to watch, I will say لي أشاهد. To say to visit, I will say لي أزور. To say to learn, I will say لأتعلم. So you don't say لي شاهدت. No, you say لأشاهد. And so on. You don't say لي زرت. No, you say لأزور. And you don't say لي تعلمت. You say لي أتعلم. So always remember that the preposition لي should followed by the verb and the present tense, because لي means to do something. Now let's make a mind map to help us find an answer for each of these questions. So it will help us to write different types of introduction. So for متى, we can say بالأمس, قبل أمس, العام الماضي, في الإجازة. Yesterday, before yesterday, last year, in the holidays. And to answer the question ماذا, giving an action or something that you have done. ذهبت إلى, زرت, سافرت. I went to, I visited, I traveled. مع من, with whom. You can say مع عائلتي, مع أصدقائي, مع any of the family members, مثل أخي, أمي, جدي, جدتي, any of the family members. أين, you can say any country or any place, مثل such as المدرسة, the school, الحديقة, the park, إنجلترا, الهند, or any other country. To answer the question كيف, which give a means of transportation, مثل بالطائرة, by plane, بالقطار, by train, بالسيارة, by car. And finally, to answer the question لماذا, which means why, as we just said, you need to use the preposition لي followed by the verb and the present tense. لأشاهد, to watch, لأزور, to visit, لأتعلم, to learn, لألعب, to play. So if you include all of these in your writing, you should have a completed introduction. Let's have an example. Now let's build up together different introductions talking about different things. We are going to build it word by word. في الإجازة, in the holidays, سافرت, I traveled, مع أمي, with my mom, بالطائرة, by airplane, إلى الهند, to India, لأشاهد, to watch or to see تاج محل. So as you see, if you find an answer for all of the questions that we have listed before, you should have a completed introduction. Let's have another example. بالأمس, ذهبت, مع أصدقائي, with my friends, بالقطار, by train, إلى برج خليفة, لأشاهد النافورة, to see or to watch the fountain. ممتاز. What about we make our introduction even stronger by adding an adjective? Instead of الطائرة, I can say بالطائرة السريعة. This is not important, but it just gives your introduction a strength. I can add also here an adjective saying برج خليفة الطويل, the tall برج خليفة. Now it's your turn. I want you for task 1 to compose 2 different introductions, and you need to remember to include the 6 elements for the 6 questions, as I showed you in the previous example. For task 2, I want you to choose suitable titles for your introductions. So you have done here 2 introductions, and then you choose for them 2 suitable titles. For task 3, please, I want you to go back to your previous work of the last 2 days and check if you have completed them or not. ممتاز. شكرا ومع السلامة.